Ever get that feeling online, like the ground is shifting under you? That's kind of what happened with Twitter, right? Now it's X.
Totally. One day it's one thing, the next. Big changes. And Elon Musk buying it was a huge one.
Yeah, and it wasn't just like a snap decision. It touches on stuff we all deal with, how we get information, how it's shared.
Exactly. And today we're going to dig into why Musk himself said he did it.
He apparently had this uneasy feeling starting maybe 3 years before he actually bought it. Like something just wasn't right with the platform.
The slow burn is important. It wasn't just an impulse, but more of a growing observation.
Right. So what was he observing? Well, he talked a lot about seeing increasing censorship on Twitter.
And he was in a unique spot to notice, wasn't he?
Definitely. At the time, his account had like massive interaction, so he felt he had a front row seat to the algorithm.
Seeing who got boosted, who got kind of shadow banned or suspended.
Yeah, exactly. He could see the effects of the system, or at least he felt he could.
So if you're seeing that from such a high-profile position, it makes sense you'd start asking questions about, well, bias.
And he did. He specifically said he thought Twitter was being run with a, quote, far-left basis. That's his term.
That's a strong claim. Suggests a belief in systematic filtering of certain views.
He even used this image, censorship walls closing in. Pretty evocative, right?
Very. It paints a picture of feeling constricted, like open discussion was being shut down.
So, okay, the big question, why buy it then? What was the main driver?
Well, he was pretty clear on that. He stated his main goal was to make it a bastion of free speech.
A bastion, like a fortress for free expression.
And he acted on that idea. He mentioned unsuspending accounts, primarily ones he identified as being on the right.
And he contrasted that, didn't he? Claiming that accounts on the left hadn't faced similar suspensions?
Right. His stated aim was to kind of level the playing field, let the marketplace of ideas sort things out.
That whole concept that if you let all ideas compete, the best ones will win out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a classic argument for free expression. Let people debate, discuss, even argue, and truth will emerge. Less top-down control.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting, I think. After the takeover, after they started loosening the reins, he said he actually became increasingly concerned by some of the stuff he was seeing then.
Oh, wow. So opening things up led to new concerns. That's quite a turn.
It is, isn't it? It kind of highlights this tension between the ideal of totally free speech and, well, the reality of what that looks like online sometimes.
Messy reality. Did he give any specific examples of what worried him?
He did. He talked about one thing that really stopped him in his tracks, as he put it.
What?
Seeing videos on the platform on X showing people, quote, streaming across the border. And he said it made him question if what he was seeing was real or the full picture.
That's a potent example.
Okay.
It touches on how raw, unfiltered content on social media shapes our view of really complex, sensitive issues.
Like immigration, yeah. Citizen reporting versus, context and accuracy.
Right. It brings up questions about verification, potential bias in that kind of content too, even if it seems unfiltered.
So if we kind of pull it all together, Musk's move seems driven by this initial worry about censorship and perceived bias.
The far-left basis and censorship walls.
Then the desire to create this free speech bastion.
The marketplace of ideas.
But then facing new concerns when the gates were opened, triggered by specific content, like those border videos.
It's quite a journey of motivations and perhaps evolving perspectives on platform governance.
Totally. And it really makes you think, doesn't it, about how much these platforms shape what we see and understand about the world.
Absolutely. And how changes in who's in charge and what rules they set can really impact that flow of information.
Yeah. It kind of leaves you with that question, when you're scrolling, what are you actually seeing and why are you seeing it? Something to mull over.